Hey, Cancer. Here's your current message. So let's just jump straight to it, shall we? So, Cancers, it looks like what's going on right now is that there's a lack of forward movement going, and there's a lack of passion. There's a lack of like energy. There's a lack of, you might be feeling like bored. You might be feeling like, I don't have anything to look forward to. So, there's just like a lack of action. Um, Oh, it's crossing that as well. Interesting. So there's a lack of action, there's a lack of forward movement in your life, Cancer, right now. But what's crossing it is the page of Earth. So believe it or not, the action is actually on you to take. And if I'm not seeing like reconciliation cards for love or anything, so it's not about calling an ex to make things right. This is more about if you want more friends, if you need more community, if you need more love in your life, like you got to call your aunt, you got to call your cousin, you got to call your old friend, like, hey, I know we haven't spoken since like COVID started. So right now, just the lack of like energy, the lack of anything to look forward to, the little bit, you're not feeling alone, but it's like, it's just like, fuck, I'm bored. You got to call people. Because what you're like, your soul level lesson this month, Cancer, is Queen of Air upright. So this is the queen who is willing to admit her desires, is willing to admit this is what I want, preferences. Some people call this boundaries, but she'll admit them and go, you know what, I do want to do this. So that would look like you're a little bored, no one taking action, no guy or girl's chasing you right now. You got to take some call. You got to make the action to call old friends, old family, whoever, maybe old classmates. And from there, just admit, like, guys, I had it like, yeah, you're just calling to check up, calling to check in, to connect, right? And that's where you get to say, like, yeah, I had this idea of just thinking about taking this trip to Jamaica or whatever it is that you actually really want to do. I was thinking of taking this art class. So you don't have to like put yourself out on a limb. Like, hey, would you go to this with me? It just has to be like chit chat of like, oh yeah, well, I've been fine, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking about taking this art class. If the other person's interested, they'll say, oh, that sounds really fun. I'd like to go. That's your lesson, Cancer, to get the love and connection you desire. Because it looks like, okay, so it looks like whatever happened in your recent past, you got the Seven of Earth. So maybe there was new friendship. It could have been a lover. It could have been, this could go for like love, friendship, or like even a trip with family, or even like, probably not a new job. You got a lot of, this more has to do with love and connection in your life. So the seeds are like planted. So maybe that can look like you had like one good, really check-in call with someone and they were like, oh yeah, that art class sounds fun. And you just got to give it like a little bit of time for you guys to figure out the right time to go. So it's not going to be that call, get up and go, you guys are best friends again. It's going to be something that develops over time. So you have good seeds planted for love, more love and connection in your life. So right now, it's actually more of a time to kind of like celebrate because you just crossed a little bit of hurdle to make yourself more vulnerable. So good job. So it's really more of a time to just kind of celebrate, even though it's kind of like, that pot at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, even though you're not enjoying the pot of gold yet, you still packed your bag. You still took your first night's journey. So that's where you're on the right track, Cancer. You're on the right track. Good job for being vulnerable. Your lesson now is just to like, not just call one person, call more people, get a community around you. Because it looks like what's coming up in the near future. Yeah, okay. So here you go. You got the Knight of Air reverse. So you got a couple Knight cards reverse, which is like the action card. As of right now, if you do nothing, if you don't listen to the advice, there's going to be a lack of action in your life. Just a lack of fun, a lack of action. You can change that if you just make more calls to more people, connect with new people. Okay, it looks like your personal power this month. Wow, your personal power this month, you got the King of Water reverse, guys. Okay, so your personal power is not to take major steps to form long lasting, solid new friendships. Your personal power is more just about being at a state of admitting that you're looking for deeper connections with people, that you're looking for lifelong friendships, that you're looking for a deeper connection. I'm not talking about emotional where you just sit and talk about your emotions, where you, oh, this is what happened to me when I was younger. It's not about seeking being understood, but it's just about admitting that you're looking for that more family feel, that more familial feel, that if there's a tornado warning in the area, the friend's going to be like, hey, are you coming over? We got the basement. I know you don't. So you're looking for those deeper kind of connections, those I'm included. I'm included. So your personal power is pretty much to admit that you want just deeper connections, a little bit more love and affection, more community, and you want to start feeling included, Cancer. Yeah. But Cancers, like, you're going to have to go through a little bit about that. Instead of love and connecting over talking about your past, instead of love and connecting over talking about why it hurt you so bad, you're going to put more love and connect like how little kids do. Like, have you ever seen little kids play? They're like, I want to go on the swing. This one's like, I want to play in the dirt. Okay, I'll go play on the swing and make a new friend. Okay, I'll go play in the dirt. And then they go play with whatever makes them happy. And they tend to make new friends who also want to do the same things, because love no longer comes at a sacrifice for you, but love also doesn't have to come about like telling the traumatic stuff that happened in your past. That's going to be a bit of a transition for you guys. So in terms of outside influences on this situation, it kind of looks like the desire to connect with you with others is there. The desire is there. It's the Unity card, but it's reversed. So this can be at that stage where like maybe they're tired, maybe they don't have the energy, maybe they like got married and have kids now, so they just don't have the same amount of time. So the desire is there, but there's just not much action. You know, it's kind of like your friend who moves away to college. They want to connect with you more, they like you more, but you know, they're focusing on their new area. It's kind of like what's going on for you right now. But again, you guys have to like admit, I want more love. I want to feel included. I want to feel special. It's kind of like be willing to have that moment where you admit it to yourself. In terms of your hopes or fears for this month, you got the 6 of Water reversed. So it's kind of like just a moment where you're not resigning. Maybe that's a good word for it. Just a little bit of I can't say that word right. Resignation of I don't have the type of friendships I'd like. I don't have the type of connections I'd like. And guys, I like don't feel bad, okay? Because this always happens. Like as you get older, you don't have the school system set up for you to like meet new people every day, right? Because think about it. In school, you were seeing people every day and you were always rotated around with different kids every year. So it's easy to make friends. When you're an adult, you have to go out of your way to go to events, to go to hobby things. And well, COVID happened. And it's just now, like, at least in the States, it's starting to kind of simmer down just a little bit. So there's nothing to feel bad about at all. And like, you know, sometimes your friends move. Sometimes your friends get married and have kids and their focus just shifts and changes. It can't be on you and the friendship as much as it used to. So there's nothing to feel bad about. So I want to say that for some of you, there's absolutely nothing to feel bad about. It's just more you're like looking back and kind of going, well, I put all that energy into that friendship and that didn't work out. It's like a moment of awakening for you where it's not a, okay, I guess this is just what my life is right now. You got to have that moment to have that like, you know what, if I could have it all my way and I could daydream however it is I want, you know what, I would like to go scuba diving. I would like to learn horseback riding. I would like to practice my skills of art better. I'd like to learn a new instrument. I'd like to belly dance, right? Like, that's something I've been doing. I've been like, fuck, I'm single during this pandemic. I have so much more alone time now than I've ever had. So I just started going on YouTube and I Googled like basic beginner belly dancing. And I'm not good at it, but I like doing it. It's like you need a little bit of forward movement, a little bit of forward action in your life. So, yeah, like in terms of the outcome for this month. So it looks like a lot of you actually are going to take some of the advice and tips I gave in this video, Page of Water. You're going to learn how to more like lovingly express your needs. Like, hey, um, like, yeah, like, dang, I just didn't realize how alone I felt. So I just want to go around, reconnect with everyone, see how everyone's doing. You might be surprised to see some of them will call you back. Okay, so again, there's nothing to feel bad about. Life happens, friendships ebb and flow. It's just now it's like a time to just go, hey, you know what? I'm alive, I'm kicking, I'm breathing, and I want to live life exuberantly again. I want to eagerly be looking forward to living life again. I'm ready to like express, hey, who's looking for a buddy to go do things with? Hey, who wants to go do art? Hey, does anyone want to go do this? Hey, I want to go do this. Does anyone else want to go? Like it's like lovingly communicating your desires. And then it's like seeing who wants to like join on board. And this is also the willing to be vulnerable of like, damn, I could use a friend. Like maybe you'll call your aunt and like, yeah, man, I've been like single alone during the pandemic. I could use some family time. Like, guys, I literally did that. You know, she calls me now like every couple of days. I call her, she calls me now. She's like, oh, hon, I didn't realize you were feeling so alone. I'm like, kind of, man. I've been quarantining alone. You at least had Uncle Will with you. There's no shame in saying that, guys. You don't need to be this silo. I got all my needs met. Like, you don't need to be that. Okay, I hope this video has helped you guys. I have opened up personal readings this month. So if you would like to book a power hour, look in the comments below to book that. You'll click the link, you'll get redirected to a typical checkout page, and then you'll see a scheduling link to lock our sessions in. Love you guys. Hope this helped. Bye.